Let them through.
Lucia.
They're friends. It's good to see you again. It's good to see you again, though we seem destined to always meet during troubled times. First, the frozen peasants, and now this difficulty with the Wrothgar. I try to remain optimistic, but sometimes I just want to scream. My husband lives. Truly, the man is favored by Malakath. I suppose I need to thank Solgra for sending help when I requested it. But where is he? Is the chief well? After the chief met with Kurog, we immediately set out for Farin. He was angry, but he refused to talk about it. We arrived to find our stronghold overrun by those Trinimac fanatics. The Wrothgar fell upon us before we knew what was happening. Of course, Chief Bosrog would never put innocents in danger, not even if tilted his eyes. It is impossible so that I can them in accordance with the curse and the code. Very well, but my chief is innocent. We must clear. I'll contact you problem. There is Chief Bosrog. Then I trust he will stay that way, or you will answer to me. Take this as a token of thanks for assisting the chief, and for your willingness to find the truth of the dark matters that plague Wrothgar. I'll contact you in Orsinium when I have news.
Hold, outsider! I bring a message from the king! King Kurog requests the honor of your presence, outsider. My beloved awaits your arrival at the keep, so do not linger. His dark mood is bad enough without you disappointing him as well. Of course I know what the king wants. He wants to see you, immediately. Do you have any other pointless questions you'd like me to answer for you? Ah, outsider, my apologies. The king's mood has set everyone on edge. You could literally cut the tension in the court with a knife, and I fear it will get worse before it gets better. Go, talk to the king. Perhaps you can raise his low spirits. Go! Have you no sense of urgency? My beloved's mood has already grown dark. Don't add to his anger as well, outsider.
My hunt.
Have you ever looked at these statues? I mean, really looked at them. Legends carved into bronze or stone. The work of hundreds of hours, likely crafted by people who didn't know a thing about their subject matter. And for what purpose, do you think? And who decides who we honor and remember? The victors, of course, for they get to write the history. But there are two sides to every story. No one remembers the losers. They fought for what they believed in and failed, and so they are forgotten. To the vanquished, this isn't a statue of a hero. It's a tribute to a tyrant. Many see me in the same way, a tyrant, forcing my ideas upon the people. They say I'm wrong, that I'll destroy the Orsimer. They seek to turn everyone against me. I get reports, things my advisors think I need to know. One report claims that the Wood Elf is keeping company with Bosrog. When two of my scouts confronted her, she killed them both. I'm concerned that Bosrog has turned Eveli against us. Eveli aids my enemy. The Wood Elf has chosen the wrong side. I worry that you might follow her example. But I have a moot to prepare for, and I've said what I had to say. When you see Eveli, I expect you to do the right thing.
You... Yes, the one. I have a message for you. I thought that was you when I saw you enter the keep. You were in there so long, though, I was beginning to think you'd never come back out. It's scary, isn't it? Malakoff this and Trinimac that, and all that talk about traitors in the court. Right. A little wood elf gave it to me. Described you to a turn and asked me to deliver this letter. Not sure why she was hiding under that hood. Why she spoke with a funny accent. I haven't met that many wood elves, so... As a matter of fact, although it didn't make a lick to me, she said the letter itself wasn't important. She said that what really matters is the beginning of every thought. Maybe you'll understand it, because I certainly don't. You know, come to think of it, maybe the message is in some kind of code. Hey, maybe someone in the mail help you decipher that. If you need any help. Well, maybe if there's actually a hidden message and it's not just some weird... I have a friend. Name's Kalina. I've in the Mages Guild, and she's the smartest person I know. She could help you. Probably.
If I can raise a little gold, I'm on the next caravan out. To oblivion with this.
This weapon
It's fit for orcs and Nords, of course, but it does tear my skin. Ah, well. Light guild and all that, I suppose. Still, continue to protest in Nord. Maybe one day. A coded message? You as in spies and such. That's not something I asked about. Reagents, potions, spells. Those are usual areas of expertise. Not sure I can pin this, but perhaps I can. Messages, if that's what it is, in pattern. The message, use anything as a whole. Real message is in the bits. Put the words differently. Maybe that will help. A bribe? Oh, this from the Lord Den below the city. It's the best place to find. Perhaps if you looked at the message in a different way, you might discover a pattern of sorts. If that doesn't work, you can always visit the Outlaw's Den. I'm certain that someone down there could help you. Just don't mention I sent you.
Nothing but dry bread and old turnips to eat. I never should have gotten on that cart. No, I understand. If you change your mind, I'll be here.
Listen, this one is completely innocent. Do orcs, all Khajiit, look the same, yes? And I was not in the city earlier today. I was especially nowhere near the marketplace. This one is not the one you are looking for. Codes and languages. This one considers those to be her specialty. You have come to the correct person, my friend. Let me see the message. I will even give you a discount since I was not arrested today.
What do you require of us all?
Codes and languages. Interesting, but extremely obvious. You really needed this one's help to decipher this? There are not even any mysterious symbols or complex patterns. It's so simple a sober Nord could figure it out. No offense intended. No. If this one simply blurts out the answer, then you will have learned nothing. Better to teach you to hunt than hand you a sandwich, yes? The beginning of each thought. Look at the first word of every sentence. Then all will become clear.
I met Kurog back in Wayrest. He was We're very particular.
I used to be a warrior like you. Turns out I like chopping vegetables better than chopping limbs. So
The Orcs see, the Lords are rude, and the Bretons... God.
Thank you for meaning Matt, but surprised by issue. I'll make sure that.
Damn moot. Invites outsiders, and now this. It's no wonder we don't have left to rent. Need to eat and drink downstairs though, so feel free to go and bother the bartender. A wood elf and 2 orcs? Sounds like the beginning of a bad limerick. Sorry. We don't have the little elves around. Really can't help you. My apologies. I couldn't reveal anything until you said the proper words. Take the stairs down into the storage area. Look for an opening in the wall. It leads to our most private set of rooms.
Can't just walk into the base? That side.
we have a plan. If we wait for them to strike, it will wait.
Whatever they're going to happen soon. They just about told me when they threw me into my own
Maybe we should have left you in, for all we know. You deserve to be in prison.
Listen to me, elf. Attack anyone. I left or ambushed me.
I want you to rescue the chief, Lee. I wouldn't have done that if I believed he was guilty.
Lied to us, High Priest. Knew who you were sent the entire time. This one giant trap, and we walked right into it.
Ah, I'm sorry that Everlee is upset. I did to be done. Please know you have questions, and you're probably just as angry with me as Everlee. Please hear me out. I beg you. There are plots unfolding, and we're yes, had good reason. If cultists killed Basrag in Trinamak's name, it would have started a civil war. And if Kurog found out you were trying to rescue Basrag, you would never have been allowed to leave the city. Basrag's shield wife approached me after the Vashrak attacked Farron's stronghold. She knew the king would do nothing for those who didn't accept his... Someone wanted to blame Basrag for the Malakath fanatics, while also removing the chief from the battlefield. It was a brilliant plan. Fortunately, you were able to foil it. And now, thanks to Basrag, we know what the Vashrak are planning next. The Vashrak want to make a statement, something big. Basrag thinks it involves the Moot, where all the chiefs will be gathered. We need information. Someone needs to enter the old Trinamak temple to the west and learn more about their plans. I'll send scouts ahead, but you'll need to go inside and do whatever it takes to uncover the exact nature of their plan. You have your orders. Scout the temple exterior. The others will join you shortly.
Finally! Something to do that doesn't involve a message.
I hate this situation. I really do. Being a hero, that's supposed to be pure and honest. Good is good and evil is evil, you know what I mean? But nothing here is clear-cut. I can't tell the good guys from the bad. I'm not even sure whose side I'm on anymore. When Basrog and I sneaked into the city, 2 guards got lucky and happened to be in the right place at the right time. They attacked. I just reacted and let my arrows fly. But I killed 2 guards who were just doing their job. They probably have loved ones, pets. I don't know if I can do this anymore. I knew you were going to say that. Still, I'm not sure I can get past Solgra's lies. She tricked us into helping Chief Bosrog, and I'm still not sure about his role in all this. All right, you can count on me, but I'm doing this for you, not them. I can do that. Besides, it'll be nice to get out of the city. Try to forget about the price on my head for a while. I've got good news, disappointing news, and downright awful news. The good, Bosrog's instructions were easy to follow. The disappointing, I have no idea how to find the entrance, and there's no way to get inside without being attacked once we do. I lost a bet with Talvia, and now I owe him a traditional Valenwood dinner. You know, the kind wood elves like to eat. I can't wait to see the look on his face when he realizes what kind of meat he's eating. It'll be priceless. Yeah, I guess I just needed to get out of the city. I was seriously depressed, wound up on the King Wanted list. Thanks for interesting in a hotel. With all the runners we spotted, we know we're in the right place. We just need to find a way to get inside without being noticed. We might... Well, a few of the masked cultists passed this way a little while ago. Then we heard a large commotion over there to the... Mind you, those might have... Well, they could have walked in... Talvia... Or the group might have walked a Charter mating ritual. The sounds from the west, the screams. If Spells was horrible, they got real quiet, and it went well for the cult. Don't get too close to this. I hear they become extremely violent when
Zelda, where are you?
What is it?
No time to wait.
What do you want?
You're late. Where have you been, Overseer? Go to the Chamber of Loyalty now.
This illusion weird. It looks like I'm wearing robes, but I feel so encumbered.
This might licked one of our great hists. I feel so exposed.
It's an illusion bound to the nothing to be concerned. I've seen it fester and book home.
I want them in different colors. Looks like you found an amulet too. But tell me, was I right? Did the Achates get all frolicsome on those cultists? Wait a moment. Your amulet's cracked. You weren't supposed to break it, you know. Well, the illusion seems to be holding up, at least for now. Hopefully it won't fail at a particularly critical moment. Anyway, I think we should split up and cover more ground. That's the best way to find what we're looking for quickly. This is enormous. Besides, put all your get to the vault fast. Flies and I will look around out here while you and Tal see what the high-ranking cultists are meeting about. Good idea. And let's not take too long. Lives are depending on us. And speaking of lives, make sure Tal stays safe, will you? He isn't as experienced as we are. I'm afraid his wide-eyed enthusiasm is going to get him injured. Ha ha. Tease me all you want, but I know better now. Sort of. As long as you're here, though, I know you'll watch out for us. You're surprisingly good at that sort of thing. Stay safe. Flies meet up with you later.
I guess right. We can do. We just sneak in, find what we need to get out. Just let's find. Right? It's the whole reason I came to Wrothgar. To show that I can fight. To prove myself, to my family, to everyone. I'm more than just a scribe destined to spend his whole life behind a desk. This will show everyone what I'm capable of. Oh, that's where you're wrong, my friend. I come from a long line of warriors and mages, but most of my family considers me to be the tarnished fruit on the tree of golden pears. It's time for me to show them who I really am. I knew you'd understand. When your father a mage, you're the queen's sister, single battle of fire. Let's just... I've got a lot to live up to. Now, let's go do this!
Trinimac, hear our prayer. Guide our weapons and alert us to all. Grant to complete the trial you before us.
That doesn't sound good. I thought we were just spying on a meeting.
You, the chosen of the Vashrak, have shown bravery against the Malakath heretics, even going so far as to invade the temple we cherish. One challenge remains. A challenge test to select the most worthy or most important. Now choose a scroll and select.
You stand among the holy words of Trinimac. Read the scrolls carefully and blessing to help the come. The forest bears the best of Vashwafer. This tribe and those select few through its speed and strength. Trinimac himself will be iron from all the details purview of those who complete the mission. Mac thanks you for volunteering, no matter how things turn out. Succeed and do as the council, all will be. Death is the last part of the trial requires that you obey the council without question, but you won't have to deal with that until the very end. Remember, if you succeed, you will be named a chosen of Trinimac and allowed to partake in the sacred mission. That's a strange question for someone who holds your rank. Haven't you learned this much already? I could appreciate that. In truth, our beliefs and those of Orsinian people are similar, are not as pure devotion to Trinimac. Those in the city who our teachings just wear a different mask. Patience, all will be revealed in good time. First, the trials you're worth in this, and then all will be revealed. And if you fail, matter for the have little use for.
I don't think this is just some routine meeting. What in Akatosh's name are they talking about? A trial? Trinimac's blessing? Sounds kind of dangerous to me. My father always says, the rabble face death every day, while the brave always find a way to defeat it. I've never been exactly sure what he meant. Yes. Yes, I do. This is what I came here for. This is my time to shine. Besides, you're here with me. We'll watch each other's back and come out victorious in the end.
Have you studied the scrolls? Have you studied the scrolls? Do you know the words of Trinimac, and are you ready to enter the gauntlet? The only aid you will receive is the blessing that you choose, so make your selection wisely. So, which blessing have you decided upon? Will you accept the blessing of Avalion and become one with the wind? Or will Resolve protect you from the coming trial? Or perhaps Usanok's rage will grant you the strength to succeed. Let Trinimac be a shield against the danger.
Listen well, for I do not like to repeat myself. To unlock the door, you need to activate the 4 switches. The Vosh rock inside will try to stop you. You will be timed. If you take too long, the switches reset and you will need to begin again. Others may pass you and take the position you fight for. And don't worry about killing anyone. They're certainly going to try to kill you. Trinimac favors the victorious in battle. If followers fall, they are not worthy. The Voshrock understand that. So should you. Your time starts now.
But we made it. I knew we could. You did great back there. I have to say, I'm impressed. Just give me a moment to catch my breath. It might be an illusion, but I'm pretty sure I was busy trying to deal. I'm beginning to understand why Everlee admires you so much. The Council, right. I wonder what they're going to do as our final test. Whatever it is, hesitate. Lives are dependent. We need to find as we can about this sacred mission going on and on.
Now I see you completed the quickly. I made it here. I know. You show great courage to stand before us. But what are you truly willing to sacrifice? Are your intentions as pure as ours? We've donned false god's armor, hacked and killed within a single, all for the sake of the sacred plan. Will you make that same choice? Your fist starts. Are you to harm us or us? To make the strong ever show us where you're lying. Build the blood of Trinimax and lay your...
Let's stop. And did you say something, spilling my blood? You're not following this, are you? That's in...
Make your...
I'll war while you search the room. Find out what they're planning. Then go and let us know.
There you are. I was beginning to get worried about you. We've found out some... Where's Talvia? All by himself? Are you sure he can handle that? What am I saying? Of course you're sure. We managed to find out that the attack on the temple was a ruse perpetrated by the Wrothgar. That was right before our amulet stopped working. Yeah, I was suddenly as naked as an ash tree that had lost its last leaf of the season. Good thing we stashed our gear nearby. Anyway, the temple attack was all to place the blame on Bosrog. The chief is innocent. I didn't help a murderer. That's something, but not enough to provide the edge we were hoping for. We'll just have to be careful. Anyone with the Wrothgar. I don't know about you. All this intrigue is starting to make my head hurt. Lies and I will go warn Chief Bosrog. This whole thing? It's stranger even than any Investigator Vale story I've ever read. Here, take this. I found it and thought you should have it. For protecting Tal. I appreciate that.
You can't lock us out of our inn. That's tyrannical. Damn, so how infuriating. I don't even like the place that much, but damned if I let them toss on in. The he gets to completion, the worse things get for us Orsimer soldiers barged into our inn out. Won't let anyone in. They decided to detain patrons, including your In fact, the elf show soldiers did. Soldiers placed guards at all exits, even the back found. The soldiers went in until they finished the king's work. Whatever that is. Bunch of stiff boots, the lot of them. I should have known that hiding folks in our inn would eventually bite us in the arse. This is ridiculous, though. They sent an entire squad of soldiers to lock down one inn. You'd think we were the damn Winterborn or something. Haven't you and your friends caused us enough trouble already? All right. If you get me my inn back, I'll try to forget that it's ever happened. So, how can I help? Well, there might be a way. A merchant here earlier smelled like fermented achater cheese that was left out in the sun. But he was awfully friendly with the soldiers. Maybe a little too friendly, if you catch my meaning. To be honest, I was kind of busy trying to not get arrested at the time. Wait a moment. Yes, I know! He said something about the bathhouse before he left. Anyway, I hope that's where he went. He'll need to soak for hours to get rid of that smell. I should have known that. To be honest, I've never seen her before. What? You looking to court her or something?
Ah, there you are. I was beginning to wonder if you'd ever I was hoping by sort of word fragrance so that the feisty one. Come and soak with me sometime. Do her a world of good, it would. I'm awfully friendly with everybody. Anything else is bad business. Now, since you did a good turn for me and didn't report me to the authorities, I thought I'd do a good turn for you. A person in my line of business, well, we hear things. Secret things. Dangerous things. Things concerning clan chiefs and fanatics with a little too much holiness in their hair. You need to get into the inn. I can get you into the inn. Tit for tat, as the Britons say. Now, I don't know exactly what's going on, and I don't want to know. But I don't like those new soldiers. Something not right about them. By giving you this key, my friend, you'd be surprised at how much you can accomplish by slipping some gold into a purse. Even a soldier's purse. So go help your friends. With this, I consider my debt to you paid in full.
So old. A few pieces for four perhaps, and will help.
You're a little late. They just left me here to die. I was running messages for the cute wood elf and the grumpy orc. When I returned, the soldiers rushed in, stabbed me. They never saw it coming. The soldiers grabbed the orc chief and the elf, took them away by the order of the king. I guess I was just in the way.
Ah, my favorite problem handler has returned. Have you come to see what you accomplished? Thanks to you, the clan chiefs have gathered to hear what I have to say. This is going to be a moot that all of Wrothgar won't soon forget. That sounds serious, but this is a time for celebration. The next age of the Orsimer people begins today. You dare to question my actions? To imply that I don't have the best interests of my people in mind? If you must know, we received word of the location of the traitors. I sent my soldiers to capture them for interrogation. What? How dare you spread such false accusations? Has Bosrog filled your head with more of his Malakath lies? I won't hear such things. Not on the verge of my greatest victory. More questions? You're beginning to try my patience. But let's not talk about this in front of the clan chiefs. Down in the dining hall, continue in pride.
I hear the footsteps of an outsider. Ah, outsider. You never cease to surprise me. I suppose your recent adventures were somewhat trying. Of course, sticking your tusks where they don't belong, usually. So proud, so sure, so certain that you do the right thing. But you defy the will of Trinimac and try to stop the inevitable by warning my son. In short, you have begun to annoy me. The Vashrak do exactly what they've been ordered to do. They will eliminate every obstacle that threatens my son. It's time to remove the clan chiefs so that Orsimer unification can begin. This is about survival. Surely you can understand. No. We're here. You think you know so much, but you're just grasping at straws. The plan proceeds, and you can't stop it. Orsimer will rally as one under the banner of King. I have seen it. I know Cider who stands before us betrayed great sin or action. I condemn your allies to death, since you shall execute the hand. Trinity, guide your blade.
I'm sorry it had to come to this. What I do for the good of the Orsimer people.
Awake? Good. It's about time. I would have been disappointed if you died after I dragged you down here. You learn a lot about healing when you're King Kurog's shield wife. Looks like my skills apply to outsiders as well. I admit I never trusted you. But you've helped our people. You deserve better than to fall to the Forge Mother. I dragged you back here before the Vashrak arrived, healed you as best I could. Now get out of here before the soldiers find you. My beloved does what he must to unite our people. You know this is true. You've seen it. The clan chiefs refuse to listen. If Kurog fails, the Orsimer will never be anything more than the abused and scorned wretches the other races imagine us to be. The chiefs have already headed to the moot, and Vashrak guard the keep. If you want to survive, you have to leave now. I don't want to fight you, but if you decide to go after the king, well, I am sworn to protect my beloved. I expected you'd say that. Take this. It will open the cells in the dungeon below the keep. Just take your friends far from this place, and let my beloved finish his mission to elevate our people. My beloved believes that this is the only way to accomplish his dream. As his shield wife, I will support him, just as I always have.
have to stop meeting like this. Maybe next time I could rescue you. What do you say? What in Malakath's name is Kurog up to, I wonder? This is brash, even for him. You better not be pulling my tusk, outsider. I've known Kurog for a long time. We may disagree on certain issues, but he's always... Then there isn't any time to waste. Give me the key and head for the throne room. There's a passage in there. There are still...
I'll make sure Chief Bosrog gets out of...
I wish to God you come here.
My beloved says the moot is off limits. I'm sorry it's come to this.
Move now!
Light it up!
Kurog sealed the route to the moot, didn't he? Dead. Most of my deep, and we're no saving the chiefs than we were scraped you up off the floor of the keep. Let me see that. You can get to the moot through the temple. I had no idea that path even existed. But they sent soldiers after Solgra, that's bad. We need a new plan, and we need it now. You go ahead to the temple and check on the High Priest. Everly and I have look for some help. If we're successful, hit the path to the moon slightly less complicated. Aware of that. I'm counting on the start of them, but we won't take any. We need Sol to tell Hori. We to the moot and safes. You've done more in my people than expected. I appreciate it. You have. The temple. I know you will. I've seen you in action. Time isn't on our. The temple. Besieged by weapon-wielding fanatics twice in the same season. It's insane. Kurog has set this avalanche in motion. Now it's up to us to try to stop it. I know you will. I've seen you in action. I have a feeling that the fate of Wrothgar depends on what we do next. Our actions will succeed. Will the future of him and the Orc people. How could it not? Temple. Those are the five test our men. Will either stronger or be consumed in the flames. Now go help Solgra.
and sisters. We're in no condition to chase after anyone. King's soldiers want to talk to Solbra. It must be for a good reason. We need to stay out of their way. This isn't a good time to visit the temple. We have a bit of a situation. I humbly suggest that you come back later. If this is about that incident with the fanatics, you should take it up with the king. In these difficult times, misunderstandings can quickly spiral out of control and lead to situations we'd all rather avoid. But, oh, very well. When the king's soldiers banged on the door, she ran up the stairs and outside. The soldiers knocked us aside and chased after her. I don't know what Solbra did, but she's clearly made someone very angry. Not a word. She appeared to be as surprised as we were when the soldiers barged in. Normally, Solgra is so proper. If the soldiers hadn't had their weapons drawn, I'm sure she would have gone with him quietly.
There she is! Don't let the traitor get away!
In Trinamax going on? Why did Kurog send soldiers after me? They acted like something horrible. But I was fine. I'm just glad when you did. Rog, I don't understand, but no. So what kind of trouble are we? What a ridiculous notion. Trinamac promotes unity and civilization, not anarchy and violence like those Voshrak fanatics claim. Dare I ask? Tell me, who do we have to thank for this terrible situation? I can't allow that. Me. You should be doing what to foil the king's dastardly plan. There's a path to the moot through the temple. Perhaps via the old tunnels. Yes, that must be the way. Here, take this key.
There she is! My arrow will find
behind
its
you!
mark!
On the ledges! More quick! Let's get... Aha!
No!
Out!
Fast to the go!
Don't raiders get... Surrender! I surrender! You killed some of our best soldiers. I know when I'm... Or you know High Priestess Solbra is a criminal, an enemy of the Orsimer? How would I know such a thing? I'm just a simple soldier. I'm not a cultist in disguise. And even if I were, you can't prove... You're going to let me live? The Forge Mother was right. You are a coward. There's no iron in your spine. You can't win, outsider. You'll regret letting me live, but I enjoy watching the king tear you apart.
They were soldiers. Trying to stop them would have only put us all in danger.
You could have done something. You're cowards. All of you.
Everly, enough. Sogra's gone. More priests getting killed to change.
I should have been here. To save her.
Was quick to fear. What in down? Sogra didn't deserve this fate. As I disagreed with her, she was a good person, a caring person. Kurog has gone too far this time. He has to be stopped. Did Solgra know about the tunnels beneath the temple? Was she able to tell you how we can reach the moot before more people die? This isn't going to be like swimming in mud with the Argonians. We're talking about defying the king. At best we'll be branded as Kingslayers. At worst we'll be dead. This isn't your fight. Not really. Are you still ready to go through with this? Then we take the fight to Kurog and Alga. If they refuse to give up their lands, fight to side or the other has been. Kurog ends today. Who swears Rog of Cloud, swears Bog of the awesome Mag final High Priestess.
Chief Bob thought you were firm Malakath.
There is no place for little soul in the forge, priest. Not let Trinim out of her.
Goodbye, my friend. I'm going to you.
Mess. We'll never find anything in here. Look around and see if you can find something that looks like a hidden passage. You'd think that temple would be neater. These scripts are all over the place. Start searching. Everywhere. Maybe something off place like those switches over there. But this library. These dusty old tomes can help. There's bound to be a book that talks about the construction of the
wonder if they have any copies of Investigator Vale in here. Anyway, I'll look around over here.